not jacketing again, and we are officially 10 days before we need to go to Coda. And today we're back at PF Works with the new Supra, just to get some last minute updates in. Jackie stole all the small cameras, so I got a big boy out. Something different today. So these are electronic suspension canceller made by KW. But usually when you purchase a kit for, I think they're supposedly for BMW Z4, so you get 4 of those. 2 big ones supposedly for the front and 2 tiny ones for the rear. But apparently the Supra ones are different. The Supra shocks are different, so you don't use those tiny ones in the rear because it doesn't work. So what you need to do is buy 2 set of KW cancelers and grab 4 of the big boys and put the big boys in the rear as well. So that's like a lot of money. But apparently this is the only method that's been tested by our friends at United Speed Racing that can actually get rid of this chassis control electronic damper code. You can see the new Space Sport 3D splitter end plate. There's a few functions of this end plate. So first of all, it catches some of the air that's like redirected by the front lip, so it creates a more like a slightly higher pressure up front. And because the splitter makes downforce based on, say, the pressure difference upside and the underside, makes a little bit more downforce. And second is all those 3D, those like tiny tunnels and everything, create these vortices. So the vortice will go along the side of the car, seals some of the airs that will usually goes back under the car from the side skirt. So makes the whole underbody works a lot better. As you can see, this car is basically a flat bottom from the factory. So some clever positioning on the vortice and everything helps make the car be more stable, makes a little bit more downforce. Also new this time is this Neo Motorsport Bbk 356mm 6-piston. So what's different between this is, first of all, it's a significant weight saving from the factory set. If you remember, the factory Supra pad this changes the pad profile to like a narrower but longer sweep. Kind of helps with heat dissipation and also work more efficiently. Center line of the brake pad sits further away from the wheel bearing, so with the same amount of clamping force you produce a little bit more torque, so the brake works a little bit less hard to produce the same amount of braking force. Only downside, because this technically the new Supra is a BMW, in order to bleed the hydraulic system properly on this car, like your regular old leg muscle would not do, because the brake system got a lot of hydraulics like ABS, DSC, hydraulic control modules and everything. So we're gonna have to go to a dealership for a visit very soon. Just a bolt check on all the adjustable control arm, because these adjustable control arms sometimes they get loose. So we haven't really checked them since the last time we put it in, and that was before button wellow. Some people didn't know that the base Supra actually has a different rear caliper and rotor setup, which is smaller. So what we did here was, our friends at Counter Space Garage actually have a set of factory premium rear brake rotors and caliper that just sitting there because they upgrade to the APs. So they very generously let us use their bigger brake kit. So the car officially has BBK front and rear now, even though the rear is just like a bigger factory option. Corner balance alignment done. And the next step is the car needs to go to dealership for another brake system reset for the BBK. Unfortunately, the only dealership can do that. And in order to save them some trouble, we decided to take the splitter off the car. And then we'll go straight to AMS for another retune on the new Ecutech software. And hopefully this time we'll have a full logging capability. Even if we run into some trouble on the ECU calibration at the track, we will have a solution just from the new software, which is awesome. Look at that in Toyota dealership. So beautiful. Magic is happening right now. So they're trying to bleed the brake, and it is a two-man job. So they had to, one technician had to manually crack all the bleed open while the other technician sits in the car and go through the computer procedure. And whenever like the ABS pump and everything is active, the car makes like a loud noise. Car's back on the ground. They finished the bleeding process, which took them, wow, that's a long one. It actually took them about 2 hours. So it is like a legit procedure that they have to go through at the dealership. So your brake actually works. They managed to get a lot of air out of the left-hand side front and rear brakes. So I hope that's our brake situation resolved. And shout out to the guys at St. Charles Toyota for dealing with our crap. And well, next stop is AMS. One of the things we're testing is the Matco Maximus 3.0 tablet, powered off while connected to the car with an OBD2 wireless Bluetooth reader. They said it works up to 2020 Toyota, so I'm hoping the Supra counts. But if not, this thing can read a Z4. I found the G29 not instead of the J29 chassis code for this car. So, fingers crossed. So when I say this car has a lot of electrical problems, I'm not kidding, okay? First, car access system, 5 codes throwing. Engine control module, 10 codes, okay? I don't know if they're actually like important things, but we'll take a look later. Transmission control, 3. Oh shit, that's not good. Anti-lock brake system, 20! Okay, more. You can scroll down. Next, vertical dynamics management, 11. All right, that's fine. Supplemental inflatable restraint system, that's probably like airbags and shit, 14 codes. Okay, great. Regulated differential lock, 5. Great. Central getaway module, 4. Active sound design, 2. FZD, I don't even know what that is. Camera based driver system 2. Instrument cluster, 3. VDC, 9. Air conditioning, 5. The rest is fine. So friends, we might finally have some good news. This tablet can now clear codes in the Supra. Thank God for that. We already cleared like the AC codes and the VDC codes that were basically the canceller. So once that's cleared, I hope it will be fine. It said the right eye sensor also on the front probably has some problem before we, played around with it a little bit more. I'm hoping this is going to be okay. There's still a lot of codes to be cleared. I don't know if I want to clear all of them just yet because AMS got to get in here and I'll play with the engine a little bit. So I'm going to keep the engine ones on just so they can read it and see what's happening and so on. Maximum acceleration exceeded. Oh shit. It means the car accelerated too quickly and is not happy with it. Oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot of things going on here and I'm not sure if I want to, risk it too much. We're going to have to play with some of this and clear most of the codes before we actually go out for sessions and see what comes back on. Hopefully none of them come back on. If none of them come back on, it means we've done everything properly. Just to show you, like the active sound design one, this doesn't matter. So we'll just go in here. This is communicating. Okay. Clear codes, because, it's fine. Clear code complete. And no more. It's no more codes. Wait, where'd it go? Active sound design, here it is. If you remember before, the main complaint we had with the Supra is we couldn't data log, we couldn't talk to the car, we couldn't communicate with the car. It just threw a error on the dash and you don't know anything about it. Whereas now, I can go in here and talk to the car. It's like, baby, what is wrong? Well, you know what is wrong. Well, now I actually, with this thing, this is like the relationship 101 guidance counselor. It'd be like, this is what you did wrong. Oh, okay, can you forget what we did? Okay, fine, I'll forget it.
Done. If only I can erase relationship problems that quickly. Just to be clear, this thing retails for $4,500. A shitload of money, and I know this thing retails as much as a supercharger on the S2000 does, and it's an Android tablet. That's it. This thing can work on basically all the cars. It has a 1-year update also, so within the next year, all the programs that come out for this car, for all the other cars, this thing can read it, which is nice. So we'll be using this a lot for when PhD racing becomes a proper shop, and all your BMW friends and, you know, Supra friends need help, we can deal with it right here. I didn't buy this for $4,500. I got it on a reasonably good deal, so I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, finally we get to play with the car properly now. Slightly peculiar, but we can't clear the ABS ones. I don't quite know why, but the ABS module is the only module that I can't clear. Pops this error, warning error, you know. Check if this is correct, yep. If it's not, you know, send the VIN to them. So I guess we gotta send something to them, because this is the only module we can't read. Everything else is okay. We put almost all the codes down here, you know. I think it still works, because it didn't give us any ABS warnings on there. So, you know, yeah, it just said it wouldn't clear, so. This is as far as we can go. The rest I'll leave it to AMS, the engine expert, to deal with the engine bits and see what happens.